Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Speaker Johnson getting vocal support from some influential Republicans. Just a few days before the vote for Speaker, there are a few Republicans coming out to support Johnson's bid to retain his position. We'll talk about what was said, and then we'll talk about why it's being said. Newt Gingrich was an icon of the Republican Party in the 90s. He was Speaker of the House for only 4 years, but in that short time, he helped mold the Republican Party. Gingrich spoke highly of Johnson recently, saying, quote, "I tell everybody, I was a pretty effective speaker. I could never do his job. He has no margins. Any 2 or 3 members can rebel at any moment." He cast Johnson's ability to navigate the recent continuing resolution mess in a positive light. He indicated he believed it showed Johnson's ability to maneuver and how it highlighted the constitutional process. Gingrich is right on some level. What a weird sentence. But he seems to miss the fact that many modern Republicans don't care about the constitutional process. Johnson's maneuvering is what has led many Republicans to question his speakership. Representative Mike Lawler also came out vocally in support of Johnson. Lawler was very candid in his assessment of the Twitter caucus's desire to oust Johnson and compared it to ousting McCarthy, saying, quote, "My colleagues teamed up with 208 Democrats to remove Kevin McCarthy, which will go down as the single stupidest thing I've ever seen in politics." He continued, quote, "Removing Mike Johnson would equally be as stupid. The fact is that these folks are playing with fire, and if they think they're somehow going to get a more conservative speaker, they're kidding themselves." Lawler is probably correct here. Johnson is far more to the right than many of his detractors are making him out to be. And with such thin margins, it's unlikely that anybody further to the right would get the spot. In fact, there are enough Johnson allies out there to potentially block anybody those who would oust him would want. And they might do it just out of spite. Lawler continued to make the case for Johnson by adding, "Mike Johnson is arguably the most conservative speaker that's ever been elected to the office." So, why are these statements coming out days before the vote? Because Johnson's speakership chances are in real trouble. If you look at Republican representatives' public stated positions on the vote for Johnson, he has the exact number needed to keep his job. The problem is that there are dozens who haven't publicly committed their vote. And if just one votes against him, he loses. This is an incredibly high-stakes vote to start off the Congress. Lawler put the stakes into context when he said, quote, "We can't get anything done unless we have a speaker, including certifying President Trump's election on January 6th. So, to waste time over a nonsensical intramural food fight is a joke." If there's a prolonged fight over the speakership, House Republicans could torpedo the momentum the GOP is supposed to have at the start of Trump's term. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.